friends and acquaintance. I originally was going to go in order of the countries I went to on my trip for this series, but something happened a week ago. I don't know if you've heard about it. A volcano in Guatemala erupted, Fuego. We actually saw this volcano when we were there, and it like kind of erupted every day, but it didn't actually erupt to the point where like lava was spilling over. You would just see the lava like come out of the top of it, and then it was done. It would maybe smoke, but it was fine. And they basically said that volcano was live, but like it wasn't gonna explode completely. But about a week ago, it did explode completely. And so I wanted to talk to you about my experience in Guatemala and tell you how you can help with the relief efforts if you want to. But please pray for, I'm gonna butcher the name, but Escuintla El Rodeo Village, or Rodeo Village. It's about 8 hours from Pacouche, which is where we helped out. We were in Guatemala. Please be praying for the people of Guatemala. There's already been great stories of how the people have come together and are helping each other, but with any natural disaster, there is still things needed, so please be praying for that. And if you can help support financially, you can send PayPal to the missionary we worked with at Guatemala Landing Zone. Her name is Mary, and just add a note that it's for volcano relief, and 100% of your donation will go to supplies and transporting supplies for the people who lost everything. We worked with Guatemala Landing Zone and a missionary named Mary. She is honestly hilarious and just has such a passion for life and for the people of Guatemala. She started a feeding program for the kids in the village of Pacouche, which had suffered a massacre from the government. And so a lot of the grandparents and older people in the village, as well as even, I think, like the parents, were victims of a massacre. The government killed everyone they could, basically, in very terrible ways. And so a lot of people in Pacouche, this is what they went through, this is what their family went through. Now they're still living in a community, and Mary gets to feed like kids, and she has a club thing for the grandparents, and it's just great, the love that she gets to share with that community. But I have two stories I want to share with you about my time in Guatemala. The first is about my own humanity, which we've talked about before, and so let's just keep going. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because I suck as a human being, and let's be real about it, because, like, yeah. We were in Guatemala working with the feeding program. It was like the second day we were at the feeding program. I was really apprehensive about playing with the kids, I don't know, because, like, my Spanish skills, I was surprised once we got to the Spanish-speaking countries about how much I picked up, and I can understand, but I don't know that I can necessarily talk all that well. So I was kind of apprehensive, like, playing with the kids again. I was just also just being really human, being like, I don't really want to do this today.
Like, God, help me, please, because I need you to work through me, because seriously, this is a reminder of my own humanity and that I literally can't do anything without you. You probably didn't see my eyes at all when I said that, because that's my face.
So that day, I was like,
God, please let there be something for me in this, and help me to serve these kids, and just, I don't know, just do something, please.
I either, like, give it to him and don't think it'll happen, or I'm just like, give it to him and, like, know something will happen. And either way, something always happens. And so we get off the bus, or the van or whatever, to go to the feeding program. I'm like the first one out of this car, and this little girl just comes running into my arms. And I scoop down and I pick her up, and then we became best friends for the day and, like, the whole rest of the time. Every time she'd see me, she'd want to be held by me, and we just had so much fun. I made a little friend, and God gave me a little friend. And honestly, I had so much fun with those kids. I mean, they know how to have fun. Like, they just run around that playground like you've never seen before. These little girls at lunch one day were, like, tapping me on the shoulder, and I'd be like, oh, where'd they go? Like, I don't know where they are. You know, like that game. And it's just so funny, and they thought it was the most hilarious thing. Oh, it's so great. This might be getting long for you, but hang in there, because this story, like, seriously, the second thing I have to tell you, it's so amazing. Okay, there's this girl, her name is Marissa, and she was about, I think, 9 years old. We had never met her at the feeding program because she had been diagnosed with something that was wrong with her blood, and I think she had gone to 2 hospitals. I'm trying to remember the details. One could figure out exactly what was wrong with her blood, but they said something was wrong with her blood and that she was going to die. And when we were there, her little brother told Mary that Marissa was going to die. That night, that Mary told us about Marissa, and my friend Zach offered to pray for her, and he prayed in front of all of us. Just basically said, Lord, you have the power, you're the great physician. Please heal Marissa and make her wake up tomorrow and have there be nothing wrong with her blood. He didn't ask,
Lord, please, if thy will be done, please heal her, send a doctor, and in your time, just heal her.
No, said tomorrow. Then the next day, I think she had been sent to another hospital because they were trying to figure out for 3 weeks at least what was wrong with her, and she had been sent to a hospital in the city. Mary told us that her family had heard the doctors say, why is she here? There's nothing wrong with her blood. And that was the day after Zach had prayed that prayer. God healed her the very next day. And I think as Americans, a lot of times we don't realize how much prayer can do. Honestly, prayer is so powerful. And we have a God who is so powerful, and he wants to help us, and he wants justice in this world. If there's anything that I've learned from this trip, it's that God wants justice for his people now, and that he wants relationship with us now. And we are called to be honest with ourselves and with him, and claim what he has done in our lives to glorify him. Marissa was sick for at least 3 weeks with this blood disease that no one knew how to fix. Zach prayed to God, Lord, please heal her tomorrow. Make her wake up and there be nothing wrong with her blood. She woke up the next day and the doctor said, why is she here? There's nothing wrong with her blood. That is the type of miracles that God does. And he's still doing them today. I know we read in the Bible,
oh, he healed leprosy, blah, 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 whatever, that was a long time ago.
Medicine now is Americans and stuff, and God works through the medicine.
Yes, you're right, God works through the medicine, but also, God does more than that too, and God can directly heal people too. But a lot of times in our American culture, we don't understand that, or we just forget because we have all these other things. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. We actually helped with a Christmas program that Mary has for the feeding program and all the kids in the village. And all the kids get a Christmas gift, but she needs donations for those Christmas gifts, which I think she starts collecting in August. So go like Guatemala Landing Zone on Facebook. I'll put the link in the description below. You'll get more information about how you can send a Christmas blessing if that's what you're interested in, how you can sponsor a child in the feeding program, and all that good jazz. Alright, friends and acquaintances, I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.